Hi, my name is Bob Koehler. I am a journalist by profession, lifelong journalist. I write a syndicated column that is syndicated. For many years I worked at the Chicago Tribune as an editor, and my column is still syndicated by the Tribune Media Services, and it's a lot of places on the internet. My website is commonwonders.com. I have a book that recently came out called Courage Grows Strong at the Wound, which was a collection of both personal and political essays I've written over the last about a 10-year period. I think of myself as a peace journalist, which is something different from maybe the normal conception of what journalists, who journalists are and what they do. My interest is the paradigm of peace, shifting the world from a world that believes it has to defeat evil, by violence, to a different kind of world. I am just passionate about the creation of a different kind of world that was symbolized by the peace circle, by people connecting with each other in a context of absolute equality. And I also believe that peace journalism is about telling the complex story of connection rather than the simple story of disconnection, which is what these newspapers on the floor here about 9/11 are all about. They're about the obvious and simple story of disconnection. Peace is about the complex story of how we connect. Another probably key piece of what I believe can be wrapped up and contained in the four words power with, power over. We live in a world in which the assumption is that I have to have power over you or you will have power over me. The world works when we have power with each other, when we connect with each other, when my power enhances your power rather than crushes it. This is my belief. This is the belief that I bring into the concept or the event that happened on September 11th, 2001, this great tearing open of the nation's heart. And it need not have been responded to violently. That didn't solve the problem, that didn't change anything. It perpetuated the problem that created 9/11. And I have a passionate belief that the response that has dominated our nation's actions for the past decade has been the wrong response, and I'm committed to the idea of changing that and spreading what I guess would be called peace consciousness, which is the consciousness that everyone has, that we're connected, and spreading that to the point where it actually becomes public policy, and so that our first response is not always to a problem violence. I think that's basically it. I also very much am a believer in what's called restorative justice. I'm a believer in healing rather than punishment. And the Peace Circle is at the core of restorative justice. The Peace Circle is about equality and truth-telling, and if they became dominant values in our political system, I think that the changes that so many of us hope for would come to pass. And they won't come to pass by going to war. I mean, we're at the point where war equals mass suicide.